Got my little Marcus. Vault Hunter, you want guns? I've got guns.
Hot Stallion and Handsome George to get together again.
We ride again. My desk has a bunch of Borderland things. Like I got my Zero
Um,
mouse pad. I got a claptrap in front of me. Like I
yes.
love Borderlands. This is
Yes.
very big for me.
Okay, I don't have any memorabilia, but I wish I had a Tiny Tina something because she's my favorite.
She's the
So
best. She's the
she's the
best.
best. She's the bomb. Oh,
Oh.
yeah. From movies to video games, welcome to Marie Plays It All. Today's episode is this a side quest or should this be a bonus episode? I should change to something new.
Bonus side quest adventure.
Yes, I just put
Today
that
we choose
title.
our own adventure.
Yes, today we choose our own adventure. We make our own adventure. This is what we're doing. We are doing a little quickie bonus side quest adventure to discuss the trailer release for the new Borderlands movie coming out. Should we get right into it or should we tell people what Borderlands is first? Should we describe? Or people are here because they know what it is.
I mean, I hope so. I hope you all know what Borderlands is after seeing the thumbnail for this. I don't
Yeah.
know why I kind of turned southern for that. Like, I hope you know what Borderlands is,
Kiss my grits. You better. I do
right?
declare. You better know what Borderlands is.
I'm embodying my inner Scooter. I'm Scooter here. Let's talk about Borderlands.
And I'm what's her name? Ellie? Is that her
Ellie,
name? Ellie's
yeah.
Garage? So, George, give a quick little recap of what the Borderlands franchise is about and what it's like. Just a quick little thing.
So, especially with what this movie is following, it's like it's following part one. So, part
Yeah.
one, we end up on this desert planet with these four vault hunters, and their goal is to find this epic vault that opens only every 200 years, and they'll find like the most amazing of treasures. But on this world, which is very Mad Maxian, there's a lot
Yes.
of bandits and such along the way with weird creatures and such, and it's such an offbeat kind of game. It's the Mad Max vibes, but with like I want to say almost like Monty Python like comedy. You know what I mean?
I was just gonna say that, but like really like crass and there's like dirty stuff. Like it's just
Yeah.
like it's an adult. Yeah, it's very comedic. Oh, it's so
And
funny.
nothing's off limits. Like
No.
it's got really like intelligent comedy where like there's little Easter eggs and like inside humor that you can tell
Mhm.
like okay, this was the devs, they were working on this and there's little jokes for them, and if you're
Yes.
really into the game you're gonna figure it out. But then there's like they won't like shy away from a fart joke or whatever, you know. Like all
Never.
jokes are on board. There's free reign for everything.
So saying that Borderlands is very Mad Maxy and Monty Python-y and crude jokes and gore and all the funny stuff, dad jokes, everything. What are we expecting from this movie and what did the trailer show us?
It has to be over the top, honestly.
Yes.
Like everything's exaggerated, you know, from like what your guns can do to just like the little skags on the side, you know, who look like alien dogs. Like everything is just exaggerated. And I did get that from the trailer. Like this trailer, the visuals, they've nailed the world of Pandora. I
Mm,
felt it immediately. Even like their costumes, like they look like the
yes.
characters on their costumes. I'm very specific about that. Their costuming is dead on. Is
Yes, appearance wise, the costuming is good. Yes.
yes. And I think by how we're saying that, you can kind of infer where we're getting with this when it comes to like characters not as dead on.
Since this is our most problematic thing, I think, with the trailer and the movie and is the cast.
Yeah.
Let's just get into the cast first, and then we'll talk about the other stuff at the end. So
Okay. Okay.
we knew about this main cast
For over a
before
year.
the
For
trailer.
like
Yes,
2 years, I think, almost, right? I feel like it's been two
yes,
years.
it's been a while before the trailer came out.
Yeah.
We knew about this cast.
Yeah.
Thoughts on the cast, George? Take it away. You go first.
Uh Immediately from them announcing that we were going to have Kate Blanchett as Lilith, Kevin Hart as Roland, what's this girl's name? She's very new, but Ariana Greenblatt is her name,
Hmm.
right? We've seen her in the Barbie movie. She was also little Gamora in the Infinity War. She was also little Ahsoka in the Ahsoka show. This girl is making a name for herself right now. I don't know if she's Tiny Tina, though. I'm not seeing the Tiny Tina aspect for her yet. At least once we hear her talk, it's not her.
Yeah.
And then having Krieg, I don't, the actor who's playing Krieg, it's whatever. I had nothing against him. I think he's perfectly fine. I just don't know if Krieg was the one I would have chosen as the fourth Vault Hunter. I also don't think
Hmm.
that Tiny Tina should be a Vault Hunter. I was like, where's Mordecai and Brick? Like, you got the other two. Like, where's Mordecai and Brick? These are the core team. They're good characters. They have great comedic timing with all of them. Like,
Yeah.
this essentially is supposed to be Guardians of the Galaxy. Let's just be real. That's what they want to
Yes.
be. The trailer is totally like Guardians of the Galaxy meets the first
Yes.
Suicide Squad, uh meets like what's the third thing? There's like a third thing in there that is trying to be like, and
Mhm.
I can't remember what the hell it is, but either way, like it's trying to be all these things, and it's not hitting any of them correctly. Even that song, I know we're trying to talk about the characters, but the song of the trailer, I was like, you want to be Guardians of the Galaxy? Like
That's
the
exactly
music,
my thoughts.
the music for Guard of Borderlands is so iconic to the game. Like it picks the greatest music. Like freaking, what was it? Cage the Elephant for the first game, I think it was. Rest for the Wicked.
Yeah, and then there's the heavy, I think was the
The
second
Heavy
game, the
was second
heavy.
one, yeah.
The only thing I
And the,
didn't agree
the
with was Alicia Keys in the third one. At the end, I was like, please no, this is
oh
not
yeah,
Borderlands.
I
I
I
don't even
kind of
like that
erased
game. I
that
can't
one.
talk. I can't talk about that game. But anyway, for the most part, the soundtrack is good. The
It's pretty
music's good.
solid. Yeah, like the dubstep for part three, the beginning was really good. The
Yeah.
wub wubs.
Oh yeah, that okay, that's good. But
Yeah,
you're right, in this trailer, I was like, this is mixtape Guardians of the Galaxy. Like this is what it's trying to sound
yeah,
like, which isn't on par with Borderlands.
not at all. No, but yeah, but that cast, like seeing that. Oh yeah, Jack Black as Claptrap. Can't forget that. That was the initial cast that was announced. Jack Black's the one that didn't bother me, just
Oh
because he
yeah.
can do voices,
Yeah.
and I think he's gonna be fine all in all.
Mhm.
But watching the trailer and hearing him talk, and it's like I hear Jack Blackisms, and I start thinking it's like, why didn't you just get the original voice actor from the game?
Yeah.
Like it's an obvious win. You don't have to pay him as much as you play Jack Black, and the fans are gonna love that you got the original actor for that character. It's an iconic voice at this point for all of us. Like it's a
I
missed
think it's just
opportunity.
they're catering to a broad audience to get people to come see. Oh, do we have Jet Black? Let's throw this name in here. We have Jet Black. Which, granted, yeah, he was going to do a good job, but you're right.
Yeah,
And parts of the trailer, not all the some of the trailer, I'm like, oh, this sounds like Claptrap. But some of it, I'm like, oh no, it's Jack Black being Claptrap.
yeah,
Yeah, so the original voice actor would have been so cool.
yeah. Like in the scene where he's throwing the bad guys into like that manhole or whatever, and he's like, "Take that, bitches!" It's like, oh, that's
Yes.
Jack Black right there. That bitches. That's him. That's him. That's.
What do you think about Kate Blanchett as Lilith? What do you think about that?
I love Kate Blanchett as an actress.
Same.
Like, for instance, like her as Hela. Now, granted, it's a much more recent role. Like, I can name other roles that she's killed it, like freaking Benjamin Button and stuff. But
Mhm.
I fell in love with her as Hela. Like, oh my God, it's like
I,
you are smoking right now. Who
I
are
think we
you?
all did a little bit. I think we all were like,
Yeah,
who is that?
it's like let's
Yeah.
go, let's go.
Is it that Galadriel? Like
Yeah, and
goth Galadriel? Okay,
even I
okay,
loved her as
okay.
Galadriel. Galadriel, freaking
Yeah.
crushed it as that character.
Hmm.
But in this is like, I hate to say it, it feels wrong, but I think she's too old for the character. Like
Yes.
she like, and the thing's not helping is the makeup crew isn't doing her any favors. It's like you
Hmm.
guys got so much talent, and there's like, why can't you just make her feel like she fits better for the role? It's like, no, she looks like I get the sense from her is what I get from like Danny Glover in Lethal Weapon. It's like I'm waiting for her to be like, I'm too old for this shit. You know?
Yeah, she shouldn't say, "Oh, I hate this planet." She'd be like, "Oh, I'm too old for this shit."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what she's saying. I 100% agree with you. Love Kate Blanchett. I think she can do no wrong. I think she's going to play the character well, but she
Yeah.
is about 30 years too old, 25, 30 years too old for our Lilith that we know.
Yeah.
She'll do it
But that's how
justice, but
I feel
it,
that way about all of the casting.
yeah,
All the
Jamie Lee
casting,
Curtis.
the ages are all wrong. Yeah, because like Tannis should look the same age or similar in age to Lilith, maybe
Yeah.
just a couple years older, give her like 5 years or so. But like
Mhm.
Tannis doesn't look like she's been around for that long. You know?
No.
Especially if you're building a franchise. Like when you're building a franchise, you got to think to yourself, like, all right, it's gonna take us at least 10 years to put this all together if we're gonna do, say, a trilogy. In 10 more years, how old is Jamie Lee Curtis going to be? Like in her 80s or whatever, or 90s? I don't know. Like I don't know her actual age. I'm guesstimating, and I feel bad
Mhm.
because Jamie Lee Curtis is a dynamite, for whatever age she's at. But like the Jamie Lee Curtis that I would have needed to play Tannis was like H2O Jamie Lee
Yes.
Curtis. You know what I mean?
That's exactly that would have suited it perfectly. That would have looked a
Yeah,
lot better. But this is like Tannis in the future. This is like way too old to be Tannis. She has similarities to Tannis, but the
for
too old
sure.
again.
The
Too
short
old.
hair. The
That's
short
yes, that's pretty much that's it. Short hair. Yeah, so that too old.
Yeah, that's good. And let's just hop over to Kevin Hart.
Let's just
Kevin
hop
Hart
on
is good
over. Let's
to Roland. I've established Roland's my boy. I like Roland so much. And his character isn't much. It's the reality of it. It's not like he's like, oh, he's not over the top. He's actually a very even keeled character who's very
yes.
much neutral level on everything. But I
Stoic,
still,
leaderish.
but that's what I liked about him is like he's the straight man, so that
Yes.
everything else gets to play off of him. You know.
Mm.
And Kevin Hart, he's a comedian, so there's that. And I can never take him seriously. Like no matter what movie he's in, I'm not taking him serious. I'm not even gonna address the fact that he's not tall enough to play Roland. Ignore that. It's just his personality. He's gonna hit certain pitches and notes with his voice that Roland doesn't do. you know,
Ever.
Roland is pretty much this voice. This is where you're gonna hear Roland through the whole game, and that is it. He may get a little angry and a little upset, but it's never gonna leave this territory. you know?
No. And when he gets upset, it's not going to raise 6 octaves and
Yeah,
sound obnoxious and scratchy and hoarse like Kevin Hart. It doesn't match. He doesn't match the character, and not just like his voice and his height, but his whole demeanor and whole presence isn't Roland. And I don't
yeah.
know why they chose him. I have no idea. I don't know what they were thinking about.
Jumanji. Jumanji's why they chose him. That's
But
why.
it still doesn't feel
I know. I
okay.
know.
Maybe he'll blow our minds. I don't know, but
He's not.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Here's what Kevin Hart is entertaining. I'm not gonna take that away from the guy.
Mhm.
I like his stand-up comedy. I think he has some good moments in other movies. I just don't think this was the movie for him, honestly. I think they could have picked
No.
someone else. Like, if you wanted a name that people know and love, Terry Crews. Terry
Yeah.
Crews could have been Roland. I can take him seriously. I can see him as the leading role, or that leader character. But I think of the four, Kate Blanchett will still, she'll do a great job. I think she's gonna act her ass off as she does. Like she doesn't
Okay.
phone any performance in, as far as I'm concerned. Did you see who's playing Moxie? It's Gina Gershon. She was from
Oh,
like Face Off. I don't think she's bad as the character, but I think we needed Face Off Gina Gershon, not
to
2024 Gina Gershon.
today's.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have
Again,
put
a little. Yeah.
Carla Gugino, still same,
Oh,
like
yeah.
age range is still there, but visually, she's the one. Like I've envisioned her as Moxie since day one. Like when I first started playing this game, I was like, if there was ever a movie, she's gonna be the Moxie. That's who I'd want.
Yeah. The eyes, everything. Yeah, that would
Everything,
have been.
Ev-
Yeah.
everything about her.
Yeah.
Everything about-
But you're right. That should have been the casting.
yeah,
Yeah. And is Handsome Jack in this movie? Is that the
I
guy who you
haven't
see? Is he
seen him in
Handsome
the
Jack?
cast. I haven't seen him in the
Okay.
cast. Yeah,
Okay, then.
but I shared with you in our conversations someone who should have been Handsome Jack, and they
Yeah.
have him cast as Jacobs, and that was Cheyenne Jackson. This guy's face is Handsome Jack to a T. Like he is a
Yeah.
handsome dude. He's also like in his what 40s, we'll say. Jacobs is
Yeah.
an older man. Like it doesn't make any sense. Like he's so much older. And I think they have someone who's the one that ends up with Jacobs in the game. Hammerlock, right? I think that's
Oh,
because they end up
yeah.
being a couple.
Sir Hammerlock. Yeah.
Yeah. Hammerlock's also an older fellow. They got a young
Old.
guy who I've never heard of.
No.
You look way too young. Like you look younger than me. You look this guy looks like he's in his
See,
20s.
why are they screwing up the ages of all the cast
It doesn't make any
people?
sense.
What is up with that?
Here's what I will say though. Someone
Okay.
who looks dead on just from his IMDb alone is the actor Benjamin Byron Davis, who's playing Marcus. If you see this guy's face, it's like, oh, that's Marcus. That is it. Like I think they nailed visually that guy.
Oh, okay, so let's go to Tiny Tina then, the casting for Tiny Tina.
Okay. I think her visuals, like before I got to see her act as the character, I think I was
Mhm.
more open and forgiving. So I was like,
Yeah.
this girl, she's fresh, she's up and coming. I like the idea
Hmm.
of a fresh person being in there. That made me
Hmm.
happy as an up and coming face. Hearing her talk and the dialogue they gave her in the trailer, though, I was like, that's not Tiny Tina. That's not
No,
her.
Tiny Tina isn't Tiny Tina without that voice and without those
Yeah.
inflections in her voice and without everything. She's not Tiny Tina unless it's that. Otherwise, it's just like some normal kid just like wanting to play with bombs and explosives. Like it's just like whatever. But like
Yeah.
Tiny Tina is the voice and the attitude and the mannerisms and the inflections of the voice. So that really, I was really hoping for a lot more out of the actress in that sense, and the trailer did not show that.
No, it didn't. Yeah, that
No.
was one of the killing points for me, honestly. Tiny Tina shouldn't be a vault hunter. Because first of all, she lives on Pandora. She knows the planet. Like they're supposed to be going to her because she's gonna help them. You
Yeah.
know, like it seems like she's kind of a part of it, and she doesn't. It seems like she knows what she's doing some of the times from the trailer. That the fact that Roland's getting mad at her, it's like no, she knows
Yeah.
everything she does. She knows what she's doing. She's like the Joker, but if the Joker was good, you know, you
Yeah.
know,
She is.
she's full chaos, but it's on the good guy side.
Yeah, I'm trying to think because Tiny Tina in the game, she's like adorably obnoxious and she's
Yes.
so sassy and she's so insane that it's hilarious. And her voice isn't this like calm, like with body parts, she has like a kind of like, I'm gonna make those motherfuckers go kaboom. Like she has this whole like
Yes,
type of
you nailed
thing, you
it. That
know,
is it.
like
That is it.
and she has like a sassy like, oh, you know what, dude, boo boo. Like she has like this whole like thing where she's like has swagger, but she's like crazy, and you don't understand. And she says things that it's like no 13-year-old should be talking like this. And I don't think they're gonna put that in the movie. Like I don't think they're gonna do that for
Yeah.
her. And
I
they're
didn't
gonna think
see
they're gonna
what's
play it
this
too
thing
safe.
rated?
Personally, it should be rated R in my opinion. I wish it
Oh
was
yeah.
rated mature,
Yeah,
but
because
that's a
the
fear
game
of
is a
mine.
mature game.
Oh yeah, my fear is that they're going to very much tame it down just to get younger
Yeah.
audience to go see it in the theaters, make more money. And the trailer was very tame. I wish there was like a red band trailer and we could be like, yeah, like all the real fans could be like, yeah, I want to see it.
Yeah.
But I just fear that they're going to really tame it too much and it's going to feel just like such a watered down vanilla PG Borderlands when it should be way over the top with everything.
Yeah. Agreed. Like it's like I
Hmm.
said, it's over it is over the top. It's doesn't hold back. When you play this game, you blow up people and body parts everywhere. There's just blood,
Hmm.
like even though it's in a very comic book cartoony style,
Hmm.
it doesn't hold back from the graphics. Like everything's very graphic. There's just guts everywhere, language
Hmm.
everywhere, sexuality everywhere. You know, you got a character like Moxie who just has her freaking popping at every scene, and
At
she
all
does
times.
not hide her sexual interests whatsoever. She is all about
Oh,
it.
right. And that's what this movie should be. And I know this is just like a trailer for like like just like PG whatever audience is, so I don't want to judge it based on this trailer alone. But the trailer was so tame to me that I was like, I'm a little bit
Yeah,
nervous. I'm a little bit
especially
nervous about
director
that.
Eli Roth.
Yeah.
This is the guy who gave us freaking Hostel. Was it Great
Mm-hmm.
Inferno? Like
Mm-hmm.
he's about being over the top. Like I'm expecting gore in this movie still because of him. And if we don't get even just that, it's like, okay, then why did you get him? Why did you get the
Yeah.
guy who's known for being like egregious with like body horror and everything and not go that route?
The fact that he's part of it gives me hope that there's going to be some gore and violence and all that stuff. But it's like same thing, no matter who's directing it, it's like if you're not going to have a Borderlands game that's over the top and like mature and with all the gore and violence, then why even make a Borderlands movie? Like why even make
Yeah.
one? You just should not do it. Like just don't do it. If you're doing it for like kids and like teenagers, I mean, just don't make it, please, because that's not who's going to be dying to see it. But
Yeah. And
I'm just fearful of that.
I worked at a video game store for a bit. And one of the things when you work at a video game store, like GameStop and such, when you have a mature game like Borderlands, Grand Theft Auto, it's our job to ask for a parent. We can't
Yeah.
sell those games unless you have a parent, you know?
Hmm.
So in turn, it's like, don't bother PGing a movie when the game is not marketed that way. This game is marketed for mature people. So
Yes.
just you have to go that way all through everything. So
Hmm.
fingers are so crossed.
I know, so cross. Like I'm very nervous. I am definitely gonna watch it. Obviously, we have to, but
Oh,
I
for sure.
we're gonna do it. Like I want to be pleasantly surprised. I really want to be pleasantly surprised. The graphics and the visuals, like you say in the trailer, were great. I
Yeah.
liked it a lot. I thought they looked awesome.
Like there's lots of things I think for us fans. Like when I saw
Yeah,
the vehicles, I was just like, oh shit, like that's the vehicle.
that's
That's it.
it.
The
Yeah.
guns, like I was like, okay, the gun that Lilith shoots, like I've used that gun. I remember that gun.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like even Claptrap looks good.
Yeah, it looks
Like they
great.
nailed Claptrap, you know? And even at the
Yeah.
end of the trailer with him like shitting out bullets, the bullet shells, I
Yeah.
was like, that's funny. They would totally do that in the game. Okay, I love that.
Oh, absolutely. I
Yeah.
know. Was there anything else that stood out to you with the trailer that you thought was good, or was it just mostly like the graphics and the visuals and stuff?
Yeah, it's the aesthetics. The aesthetics
Yeah.
look good. Like that's what has me on board for now. But the
Mhm.
casting is what's really which the casting is a part of the story to some sense.
It has me really worried too. So I think that covers everything, George. Does that cover all your passions and all our fears and
Yeah.
anxieties?
And we get Bobby Lee in a movie. I'm happy for that.
You know what? I
I
love
love Bobby
Bobby
Lee.
Lee. Me too. They showed him. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
good.
I watched Tiger Belly. Or at least I used to. I haven't watched as much as it lately after the breakup. But he talked about being in this movie like a couple years back, and I was so
Hmm.
excited. I was like, "Oh my God, he's gonna be in Borderlands movie. Who's he gonna be?" Apparently, he's Larry. I don't remember who Larry is 100%, or if that's a new
Oh.
character.
Hmm.
But I was like, I don't care who he is.
No.
He fits in Borderlands. Bobby Lee could be in Borderlands as Bobby Lee, and it would make sense.
Yes, this is if you don't know anything about Borderlands, a video game or anything, this is Bobby Lee's world.
Yeah, it's his life. His life is Borderlands.
Yeah, that was a highlight of the trailer for me. So I think that we're both on the same page where we're definitely going to watch it because we love Borderlands, but
Yep.
we're very skeptical and also wary about going into it and like maybe we're expect. Are you expecting the worst? I'm expecting it to be bad, so that I'll be pleasantly surprised if it's good.
I,
That's what I like to do.
I mean, I'm not expecting the worst, just
Mm.
because, like we said, there's a lot that we saw that visually look good.
No,
So
I
much money, like you can tell production wise, they spent money on it. I think there's a lot of attention to detail in the movie.
know. Mhm.
So I think I'm gonna have fun still. I'm just gonna be disappointed in things that should have been better. And that's what I'm expecting right now. It's that skeptical optimism.
Okay, good. Perfect. Perfect. Okay,
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. I'm the same way. That's our thoughts on the Borderlands trailer so far, the first trailer that we got. Let us know in the comments below what you guys think about the Borderlands trailer. Are you excited for this movie? Do you wish this movie was never made? What do you think about the cast? We'd love to talk about the cast below. Please, please comment
Yes.
about the cast because I think everyone feels the same way about this cast.
Woof.
That's right. You can find more of our content on our YouTube channel, Not a Strong Start, and you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Not a Strong Start. You can listen to us anywhere you listen to your podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment and share. And you can follow me, Stallion, doing it Tiny Tina style. And if you guys don't know who Butt Stallion is, I'll put a picture right here. You can follow me at Marie Plays It All.
And I am her other guy for this episode, Handsome George. You can follow me at Nicolopolis.
Do your best Tiny Tina impression right now. You're on the spot.
Yeah. Okay, guys. I don't know. I don't have a Tiny Tina. I'll have to work on it now.